this isn't a day one review, so you already know that Starfield is getting a whole bunch of really high scores and even being referred to as a masterpiece by some, but that's not the whole truth now, is it? So, what is Starfield then?
Having a way with words might prove useful.
Starfield is a game that sometimes does this. It's also a game that sometimes does this.
I can't take much more of this.
It also does a whole lot of this. But then you'll find yourself doing a load of this. But it also does this.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here.
So what I'm trying to say is that Starfield is a tale of two worlds, two stories. One that is stunning and beautiful and shooty and looty and immersive and addictive. And one that's also, well...
There's nothing on.
It's Skyrim in the stars, it's Fallout in the sky, it's...
I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months.
It might be the first new IP from this Bethesda team, but that doesn't mean it's dramatically different to their previous work. In fact, anyone who's played Fallout 4 is going to feel right at home pretty quick.
Another settlement has sent word that they need our help.
It's the year 2030. It's 2300. It's 20.
169, 800 and 700.
The year is 2330. Humans have invented the grav drive, which does exactly what you think it does, and have spread out into the known galaxy. Starfield tells the story of a highly customizable hero who joins a group of space explorers in, well, space. After he touches a strange thingy and sees visions of, hang on a second. Hey guys, didn't, Mass Effect do that?
Finally awake.
But this is a Bethesda game, right? Which means you don't have to do any of the main story stuff. You can just start the game, tell everyone to off and go gallivanting for like 10 to 12 years. You could do that, but if you do, let's just say that your foos is gonna be missing a whole lot of... Good job! Also, there's New Game Plus, so you can carry your character over again to another playthrough and do whatever you want anyways. But back to the point, the world is massive, there's a galactic ton of stuff to do, people to talk to, main missions, side missions, missions, locks to pick, rocks to mine, and the scary thing is that doesn't even scratch the surface. I spent time teaming up and forming relationships with my crew, although mostly to use them as carry mules.
Is that how you describe your job, Cliff?
What, carrying his load? Yeah, it's about right.
I've spent some time building my beautiful Malibu-esque outpost. I've built on and modified my ship to look sort of like that badass evil version of Airwolf. I've taken tons of photos. I've cleared not so abandoned outposts. I've watched suns rise. I've had dogfights with pirates and, well, I've also lost a whole bunch of time in the game getting hopelessly lost in a city, fighting with the controls or trying to find out where in the damn hell that planet was that I visited the night before.
The more you put into anything, the more you're going to get out.
Yes. It's a game that definitely does reward you the more you put into it. It takes more than 10 hours to even get going, and even 20 to 30 hours in, you feel like you're only just getting into it. A game that offers this much doesn't come without a few compromises.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right?
You know that, right? You know that, right?
And while this is by far the most polished Bethesda game I've ever played, it misses the mark in many ways as well. The interface is a bit of a mess, it still has a hefty dose of that Bethesda jank. And quantity is always going to come at the cost of quality when it comes to ideas like having 1,000 planets. I'll admit, I was bummed to find out that I essentially had to just quick travel everywhere in the game instead of flying my ship in the same way you fly down to a planet in Mass. Not being able to chat to my crew during hyperspace like in Mass Effect or Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Or better yet, do you remember how cool space travel was in Freelancer and how you could get ambushed by pirates and stuff? That would have been awesome. I got over it pretty quick though, and before you know it, you're zipping around all over the place, and when you're down on the ground exploring different planets and all their generated wonder, the pace slows down significantly as you jetpack around, oohing and eyeing at Uranus.
I used to be an explorer too, but
That is, until you find things to shoot at. Instead of Skyrim's hacking and slashing or Fallout's assistinator combat, Starfield's shooter action gets all Doom Eternal on your ass, and before you know it, you're a beefed up, heavily armored distributor of death and destruction. Or, well, you can also be diplomatic. So yes, Starfield is a big game with big ideas and some big problems that means that it's not going to be for everyone, even if future updates and 2024 mod support changes things for the better.
Every time I've come here, there's a line for coffee.
If you want a game that's going to blow your socks off with its massive scale, ambitious ideas, gorgeous panoramas, and amount of activities, you have to treat it like a relationship in real life.
Absolutely. I didn't mean to compare.
There's someone out there for everyone. You're never going to find the perfect partner. You're only going to find the partner that has traits you love and problems you can tolerate.
I've had enough Barrett for one lifetime.
Starfield is beautiful and fun and adventurous and thoughtful, even though it drives me mad now and then.
Well, ain't that a drop of sunshine? I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not.
It's only 30 FPS on Xbox. It starts really slow. It's visually and mechanically all over the place at times. It makes me quick travel a lot and load a lot. It has nearly no accessibility options, and sometimes NPCs around me behave like they're haunted. But that's not a true reflection of what Starfield is as an overall package. Starfield is far from a perfect game, but I'm having an incredible experience with it, and I hope to play it a lot more now and even more in the years to come. It doesn't get everything right, and some of these problems are even inexcusable. But that also doesn't mean that I haven't absolutely loved it, and loved the kind of experiences that it's given me. And as a result, I absolutely recommend it to anyone looking for a game that they can just go get completely lost in.
I've just been spending more and more time in the Starfield. Sometimes I wonder if I'm really going back.
Is Starfield worth a 10 out of 10s? Heck no. How could it be? But that doesn't mean it isn't absolutely worth playing. It's not going to be for everyone though, and Bethesda games are a long journey, so maybe they'll get there eventually. And whether you want to explore the galaxy or spend your time building an outpost, kit out your ship, or just run around and shoot pirates in the face, it has a bit of something for almost everyone, and for some, it has everything. Also, if you're just getting started or plan on playing Starfield soon, make sure to check out video on 12 handy tips that you're really going to want to know from the get-go. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up to let me know, and subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the stars.